Hey guys, welcome back to Reserved Investments on YouTube. I got the red shirt on because we are all red pilled in the antiques and collectibles trade now. If you are watching this video, guess what? This channel finally surpassed 3,000 subscribers. Literally, in the same month, the channel surpassed 2,500 subscribers. So less than 30 days, this channel added over 500 new subscribers. So I know what a lot of you are thinking. Sean, are you really going to do a 3,000 subscriber Q&A? Well, to be fair, I have 500 new subscribers, and some of those subscribers may have a question or an inquiry that they want to ask me. Well, if they do, now's their chance. Let me know in the comment section below if there's any questions, if there's any inquiries about myself, about the antiques and collectibles trade, about any aspect of the trade that you want to know, and I will answer those questions on camera in my 3,000 subscriber Q&A series that will air sometime over the next 7 to 14 days. Now, before we go any further, and for those wondering, I am going to showcase certain videos that I am going to be releasing in the next few weeks on this channel towards the end of this video. So you may want to stick around if you're wondering what type of content we are going to be discussing next. I do have one announcement to make before I get to that point though. On September 25th of this year, September 25th, 2020, I am going in for surgery to correct a deviated septum. I will be out of pocket for 7 to 14 days as a result while I recover from that particular surgical procedure. That said, I don't want anybody to worry. There will be new content flowing and uploaded to this channel that was previously recorded. If I would suffer some type of setback or a delayed recovery time, I would let you know through the use of an uploaded video to let you know that certain new content is going to be delayed as I need more time to recover from my surgery. I do not anticipate that happening at all, however. And I also want to state, those of you that use my antique and collectible consulting services, those of you that are Patreons, those of you that email me asking for help or advice, you're in that particular tier, all your questions and concerns will be answered except for September 25th. Obviously, when I am in a hospital getting surgery done on my face, I'm not going to be able to answer your emails in a timely manner. My agreement generally is, for anybody out there who has used my antique and collectible consulting services, I tend to respond to all emails within 24 to 72 hours. So I do have that 72-hour buffer to fall back onto if I need to. For instance, they are giving me some unique pain pills when I get this surgery. I would at least like 24 hours where I can get lost in my own mind, not having to worry about anything. So that is something I am looking forward to. Creepy and strange, I know, had to state it. Going forward, let's talk a little bit here. I have a lot of great upcoming videos on this channel to give you guys some input on what's coming next. We are going to be doing more videos on archival storage and preservation. The video that I did upload on that particular topic was just a primer. It was a very introductory video just to get you guys thinking in that particular mindset. I know some of you love that video. Other people reached out to me and said, Sean, it's too elementary. I already know this stuff. You must understand, one of the things that I have to deal with on this particular channel is there's a lot of you out there that are at different levels of investing, in finance, and who have different levels of knowledge in the antiques and collectibles trade. On one end of the spectrum, I have people that are just starting out in their 20s, possibly early 30s, who make $50,000 a year or less, who reach out to me, want my advice, want me to create more beginning content so they know where to start. On the other end of the spectrum, I have the type of people that I'm used to working with throughout my consulting career. The people that make $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, have net worths of $500,000, $1 million, $5 million or more. Those particular people are very sophisticated when it comes to investing, even when it comes to the antiques and collectibles trade. They'll reach out to me, they'll want my advice for something very specific, then they will literally pull back and say, I got it from here. One of the things that I'm amazed about is when I do calls with clients in the consulting side of my business, I allow the call to be up to an hour. Sometimes, and some of you are aware, some of you that did reach out to me for a consulting call, I will go all the way up to 75 minutes. I allow you guys to go past the clock. Well, one of the things that always amazes me is every now and then, through word of mouth or through another manner, I'll have somebody reach out to me and they want to discuss like the high-end art market, or they want to discuss rare coin investing. They will literally keep the conversation to 30 minutes, and then they will say, hey, thanks for talking with me, Sean. I know we booked this for an hour. I got to run, but thank you for these 30 minutes. It's been very helpful. So it's always interesting to me as how some people don't even use all the time they're paying for. If you are in that boat and you do reach out to me for a consultation call, I do also offer a 30-minute phone call. I just want to put that out there because I don't think that some of you are taking advantage to all the services that I provide. I would encourage you, if you are going to reach out to schedule a consult with me, at least have questions in advance written out that you know you want to ask, so we can go from there and we can build on those particular topics. That way you're not wasting time on a phone call that you already paid for. I just got to state that. I don't mean to shill for myself. It's just something that has been coming up in conversations. More videos are coming on archival storage and preservation, speculation and speculative bubbles. There's a lot of people that want me to go in detail on the Pokemon market, on the Magic the Gathering market as a whole. A lot of you guys out there, and this happens on the video game side, I'm seeing a lot of these comments, mainly from trolls, stating that, Sean, well, obviously, you're wrong about the video game marketplace because prices are still rising. The items are still selling for high amounts of money. Guys, speculative bubbles can last decades. The coin collecting marketplace went through a massive speculative bubble back in the 80s with the advent of NGC and also PCGS. That market went gangbusters for between 5 to 7 years before calming down. These markets, any type of speculative bubble, can last for decades in certain cases. If you look at CGC graded comic books right now, look at what some of the prices are going for. They've been on a tear since 2005 up. They're still going strong. That market, I predict, is going to hit an inflection point where a correction is going to grasp that whole entire market going forward. Ironically, that can be 5 years from now. That could be 10 years from now. Hell, that could be 1 year from now. It's hard to predict. But don't think just because prices are going strong right now and they're setting records that they can't pull back. One of the things that's kind of interesting, a lot of you guys like to tear into me because I like coins, currency, edged weapons, firearms, traditional antiques. I'm facing heavy competition on the coin market right now. I'm going after a coin that literally 1 year ago I could have got for $3,000. I am currently at the taping recording of this video bidding on this coin in the Heritage auction. I put in a bid for $4,500 for a coin that really should have a book value of $3,000. I was already outbid. It's not only pop culture markets that are soaring right now, guys. It's coins, weapons, traditional antiques, vintage advertising. I'm seeing crazy prices being paid for vintage Coca-Cola signs, for crying out loud. I have never seen this massive influx of cash that is coming in the antiques and collectibles trade. And it scares me. I'm going to be very honest. I'm even reaching out to people higher up the tier than me, asking them for advice at this point, because we're all wondering what is going on. Let me just give you an example, and I have a video planned on this. Recently, in the Heritage Comic Signature Auction that happened in the beginning of the month of September, a Pokemon First Edition base factory seal booster box sold for over $189,000. That is insane. A factory sealed copy of Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man for the Atari 2600, graded by Wada Games in 9.8 condition, sold for $10,000 each. And I really hate to bust anyone's bubble out there. There are multiple copies of those games in existence. More on that in an upcoming video. So we are going to talk about all of this in upcoming videos. It needs to be communicated about. I'm also going to put into production videos on collector demographics, investor demographics, how the wealthy collect, what they invest in. I've said this before. I have a lot of clients in the antique and collectible consulting side of my business that literally have net worths of 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, $50 million or more. It is fascinating when you pull off the secret veil and you look at what those type of collectors go after. And I hate to say this, guys, spoiler alert, a lot of these guys are not investing in pop culture related items. They're going after wine, Rolex watches, coins, currency, historical artifacts, jewelry, fine art, items of that nature. So when I unveil those videos, I think it's going to be fascinating for you to see the differences in what people collect from different stratas of an socioeconomic status or background. Now, it's true. There's a ton of millionaires out there that collect vintage toys, comic books, pop culture items, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, and even video games. I don't dispute that. But when you look at the wealth studies done by a lot of top-tier wealth management firms like UBS and others, it's kind of fascinating to read what the average high net worth investor is really drawn to. And I'm going to relay that information in an upcoming video. I want to leave you with one thought really quick. A lot of you guys out there want me to do beginning investment videos. Now, again, I am not currently licensed in the financial markets or the financial trade. I am not a professional financial advisor at present time. That's not something that I engage in. However, if you want me to do introductory investing videos in relation to the content that I am already releasing in the antiques and collectibles trade, I would consider it. Let me know your thoughts in the feedback section, or I should say the comment section below, and I will take that under advisement if I get enough requests to do those type of videos. For everybody else, rest assured, I got a lot of great content coming. We are going to talk about coins, currency, and high-end art again. We're also going to go off on a tangent, and we're going to visit some esoteric collecting categories and other collecting categories that are trending very high right now. This is a fascinating time to be in the antiques and collectibles trade. A lot of you guys should be glad to be part of it. I consider this time frame to be very historic with what's happening with all these high prices being paid, whether we're talking vintage video games, coins, artwork, Pokemon cards, Magic the Gathering. It doesn't matter. Just join me on this ride. If you are new to this channel, please consider liking and or subscribing. Thank you and have a great night.